Tonight on NBC and Peacock. BC and Peacock.
And we're back with Millicent Green-Polovic, and she is going to answer more questions. You ready to keep going?
I am.
All right. I've had multiple amputations on my feet, and my job won't let me take off to go to wound care. Can I file for disability?
You certainly may be a candidate for disability if you have a condition that requires you to have treatment multiple times a week, whether that's infusions, injections that you may need, chemotherapy, things like that that require you to have multiple visits a week, or physical therapy even, and your employer would typically not tolerate you to be off work that many times, then you certainly could be eligible for disability based on that. If you have had multiple amputations, you likely have some other things going on that would be disabling, like not being able to sit, stand, or walk for long periods due to swelling, due to neuropathy, pain, things like that. And if you're having extensive wound care, that alone can be, there's a lot that goes into that. So in your situation, I would definitely recommend speaking with an attorney about your set of facts, but you absolutely may be a good candidate for disability.
Okay. Keeping kind of with that theme, our next caller has been diagnosed with cancer and still got denied. What do they need to do?
So with cancer, there are certain cancers that are considered compassionate allowances. That means you're automatically disabled when you are diagnosed with that cancer. But there are many cancers that don't fall under that. And it usually depends on the stage of the cancer and the type of the cancer. So you may have stage 2 cancer or stage 3 cancer that has not metastasized. And with that, you certainly are having a lot of symptoms, and even the treatment that you're experiencing, the chemotherapy and the radiation, are causing symptoms that would prevent you from working full time. If that's the case, you absolutely would still have a strong case for disability, even though you don't meet that specific requirement for a compassionate allowance. So absolutely continue to pursue your claim, especially if you're having fatigue, neuropathy from chemotherapy, swelling, things like that, nausea, vomiting, all the above. You certainly are going to be a person who needs to continue to appeal your case.
Alrighty. The next person wants to know why Social Security might be sending them to a chiropractor for an exam.
So this is a misconception. In the Paducah area, we have consultative exams with doctors who are hired by Social Security, and they have the exam held in a chiropractor's office. But you are not seeing a chiropractor. It's a doctor hired by Social Security. So there's a little bit of a question. I get that all the time, but it's not a chiropractor. Social Security doesn't consider chiropractic care to be medical care, so it's certainly not something that they would send you for.
Okay, and I think this one's asked probably a lot. Can I still work and get disability benefits? You can. So while you're filing for disability benefits, you can work, but it's pretty limited. The amount that you can earn is $1,620 a month if you're not blind. If you're blind, it's $2,700 a month. Then once you are found disabled, it's even less that you're allowed to earn and continue to receive your benefits. So you can work. It's always going to be limited. It's going to be part-time. If you're able to work 5 days a week, 6 hours a day, you're probably not going to be considered disabled based on that, because they're going to think that you could do more. But if your work is limited, where it's just every other day or a couple days a week, just a few hours at a time, you can still be eligible for disability benefits with that work activity. Perfect. But when in doubt, give your office a call.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you so much, Millicent, for being here with me today.
Thank you for having me.
If you would like to revisit this segment of Legal Line, log on to WPSDLocal6.com/legalline.
Thank you, Robin. This week on the Crossroads Suncast, how first responders coordinate their response when disaster strikes, and how news crews work alongside them to keep you informed. You can listen to this week's episode tomorrow beginning at 6 a.m. wherever you get your podcasts, or you can go to WPSDLocal6.com.
And heading into the afternoon, we're going to have some showers and thunderstorms that are already on their way from parts of Missouri. Friday's a little chillier at 60 degrees, and overnight we'll be back into the mid-30s. Saturday, 63, Sunday, 72, and perhaps a couple of isolated showers on Monday, as lows are near 60 Monday morning, and mild next week.
All right, thank you, Nolan.